2025 I'm sorry, 2023. Oh, I'm sorry, correction. Court is calling 2023 CR 11452 and 2023 CR 11453. State versus Jesus Prado. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Melissa Albin and Megan Galloway for the state.
And Ernest Acevedo.
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys didn't tell me the court reporter wasn't
Oh.
here. That's okay, Cindy. I took notes.
I'm going to give him a copy of the evidence.
Okay, let me know when you're ready. Oh, and do you all have the square mics for Cindy?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then Norma on Hopkey. Once he goes over the paperwork with his client, he can appear by Zoom.
Okay.
All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 11452 and 2023 CR 11453, State versus Jesus Prado. Can I have parties announced?
Melissa Albin and Megan Galloway for the state.
And Ernest Acevedo and Jonathan Alvarado for Mr. Prado. We are all present.
All right, and are both parties ready to proceed?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, I've been informed that all the jurors are here. If you could have your next witness already on the stand, please.
Yes, ma'am.
And again, whenever you all want to approach, you don't have to ask permission from the court. I'm assuming you're approaching for a specific reason. All right, let's bring the jurors in.
All right, for the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. State if you'll call your next witness.
State calls Joshua Rao.
Would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so that everyone can hear. If you'll state your name for the record and spell your last name, please.
Yes, Joshua Ryo. And last name is still Party,
All right, state you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Ms. Rao. Could you please introduce yourself to the members of the jury?
My name is Joshua Ryo.
And are you from San Antonio, Mr. Rao?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you married? Do you have a family?
Yes, I'm married. Have 3 boys.
Okay, what are your boys' ages?
11, 9, and 1.5 years old.
Okay, so in October of 2023, they would have been 9, 7, and not yet born.
Yes, my wife pregnant at the time.
Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I am a facilities engineer at a semiconductor manufacturing plant.
And does that position, does that require you to have any sort of first aid or emergency assistance training?
Yes, I'm part of the emergency response team over at my work. It's a hazardous manufacturing plant, so we're kind of the first line of defense before we call the EMS.
So I want to take you back to October of 2023. At that time, what part of town did you live in?
The northeast side of town.
Okay, and what was your address? Sorry, I'll get used to it. I'm going to show you an exhibit that's marked State Exhibit 2A and ask if you recognize the depicted in that.
Yes, it's our cul-de-sac, if you will.
Okay, if you could just point to the members of the jury, which house is yours? Is it your number? Okay, so you're pointing to the one that says 16319 off of Docket. So in October of 2023, did you know any of your neighbors very well in that neighborhood?
Yeah, we know the neighbors pretty well. All of our kids play together, go to the school right next to our neighborhood, so we know each other pretty well. We all are well enough to let all of our kids hang out every day.
And is that area of your neighborhood, is it kind of saturated, I guess, with families that have children?
They're good enough, yeah.
Okay, and you said that you feel comfortable, at the time you felt comfortable enough to kind of let your kids play in the street in the cul-de-sac with each other?
Sure.
In October of 2023, did you know one of your neighbors named Jesse or Jesus or Jesse Prado?
Yes.
How well did you know him?
Here's a good neighbor, well enough to, again, let our kids play together every day. Do projects together, you know. Yeah, I think it.
Okay. Did you know him personally beyond being neighbors with each other?
Like I said, we were neighbors, we, saw each other outside a lot.
I guess I should have said that better. Did you know him before you were neighbors?
Oh, no,
So that was, how long had you lived next door to each other or near each other?
yeah, I think I moved in there late 2018.
Okay.
So, yes, yeah, I don't remember who all was there when I moved in. I think we all kind of met each other within a year or so after this.
Now, on October 19th of 2023, do you remember anything unusual happening that day that required you to render aid?
Well, yeah, there was an incident where, the police officer came to my front door, asked for assistance.
When he came to your front door, what condition was he in?
He was, well, I didn't know at the moment, but now he was shot now.
Could you see he was bleeding?
Yes,
Okay, did it look like he was in pain?
yes.
Prior to him showing up to ask for your assistance, did you hear anything that concerned you in the neighborhood?
Yes, yeah, gunfire.
Okay. That day, were all of your children, I guess both of them at the time, it was just two. That day, were both of your children in the home when the gunfire went off?
No, I had one of my children and the other one was in the neighbor's.
Before he was in the neighbor's house, where was he?
They were playing out in the street and at some point they ended up. I told them to come inside the house and then at some point they ended up, half the kids left and went across the street, so. You know, by the time I went to check on them, I only had one of my sons with me to the house.
So when the gunfire started going off, did you know for sure that your son was safe?
No,
Did you have to make efforts to do that?
yes,
Were you the only parent in the neighborhood who was actively trying to make sure their child was safe when the gunfire started ringing out?
no,
And how do you know that?
because I saw parents come outside of their house and, my next, not my next door neighbor, but the ones right next to them. Came out and saw me and asked like, you know, where's Kevin, where's my son? Because they're usually at my house playing, so they, you know, they asked me where they at. And then I thought people down the street, come out also. Some of the kids who are normally at our house. Look like they were looking for their kids, so I made an effort to try to call them all.
And when you didn't have the answers for some of those parents as to where their children might be, without going into what they said, did they appear concerned or fearful? Did you make any efforts to help those parents as well as yourself try to figure out if everybody's children were safe and accounted for?
Yes, I made my best assumption of where they would be, just based off of our neighborhood dynamics, so, I was trying to get a hold of. The neighbors who I thought they would, whose house I thought they would be at.
And were you, did you make phone calls or anything, or did you go running around the neighborhood?
I went out on my front porch to try to get a visual on if my kids were still outside, or I think my kids, but really all of the kids that are normally at our house, right? Just to see if they were still out in the street just in case I could tell them, you know, go inside someone's house, just in case they were still out.
And on that day, were you 100% physically capable like you would normally be?
At the time I had an injured ankle, I was wearing a boot on.
Okay. And did that play into your evaluation of how far you could go to try to find your child?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like without the boot, I probably would have ran across the street as fast as I could. But I knew I couldn't do that and come back, you know, so I just stayed on the porch and just tried to look and make phone calls.
Okay. Was your home equipped with a home surveillance system at the time? Sure, I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 26 for identification and ask if you recognize that.
Yes, I
Is State's Exhibit 26 a fair and accurate representation of what your home cameras picked up as far as this incident goes?
yes.
We'd offer into evidence State's Exhibit 26, John.
Again, judges, stipulated evidence, we have no objection.
Right, and I'm sorry, did you say State's Exhibit 26? All right, State's Exhibit number 26 is admitted without objection.
May I publish?
Yes.
Okay, he's probably at Anthony's house. He's probably at Anthony Davis' house, okay? Logan, tell him Logan is at Anthony Davis' house, he's okay. He's okay. Go with Josh, he's with Josh and Kevin. Kevin's over there at Anthony Davis' house. Yes, it's a. Dude, yes, it's a shooter. Just careful. Alright, I gotta go. Yes. Yes, we'll do, okay. Oh, wait, can I get out? Will that great thing out? This one, you got it. Oh, my arm. Can you let me in your house and lock the door, please? Rebecca.
So at the beginning of that video, we see you on the phone, and it also looks like you're looking down the street. Were there parents kind of in your line of sight that you were trying to communicate with without running over to them?
When I turned my head, I was looking, that's where I was just looking for where I thought the kids might be, but when I was looking straight ahead and my back against the wall, I was talking to parents that were behind their cars, you know, asking like, where's Kevin at, where, you know, are they with you? And I have one of your kids, but Kevin's over there. I just found out that they were all over there in his house, that my wife had gotten in contact with the homeowner there, and they let us know. So by that point, I kind of knew they were okay, but before that, when I was turning my head, I was just in case there was a kid out, I was like looking. Told me they were inside.
And when you say Anthony, are you talking about Anthony Cassara?
Yes.
And even knowing that your children are knowing where they are, did you know whether or not they were potentially in any danger from where the gunfire was coming from?
I did not know. I made assumptions about that. I was like hoping they were, you know.
Sure.
I didn't know.
Yes. Oh, fuck. Yeah. We'll be there and I'll give you an address where I'm at.
Mr. Al, on that video, all we see is you and your wife, but I know you said you had one child with you. Where were they when this was happening?
They were in the living room behind the couch. I had my son and Aiden with another neighbor. They're my son.
So they were hiding.
Yes,
Were they afraid?
yes.
So where did you go at this point?
After I watched the blood on my hands, I kind of, the first thing I thought, I was like, I probably need to secure the door. And I felt I needed to get a weapon. So I thought about grabbing the officer's rifle just because it was the closest one to me, but just second guess that decision, and so I just went to go grab my rifle. It was locked up though, and it took me a little while to get it all out of the box and everything, so. But that's where I went to my room to grab a weapon.
At the time that this was all happening, did you know whether the shooter was going to come out into the neighborhood at all?
Yeah, just, out for racing, and I just thought I need to be prepared for anything.
Sure. So when you come out from the back, you have your rifle in your hand?
Yes,
And is that about the time the officers were coming?
yeah, coincidentally, it was right when my wife was opening the door,
Okay,
just walked around the corner.
so they saw you with a rifle and freaked out for a minute.
Yeah, I saw a guy with a rifle, so I just,
After everything calmed down, I guess, after the suspect was arrested and the scene had kind of been opened up for you all to walk around. What was the situation like outside in the streets with your neighbors?
everybody came out to get their kids. You know, we figured, you know, I think Anthony wanted to get everybody's kids to the right parents, and so we all just kind of met out in the streets to make sure everybody was together.
I'm gonna publish once again what's in marked as State's Exhibit 21, which is Officer Bexar's program. Can you see the timestamp that's flashing in the bottom of the frame? What does it say?
October 19th, 2023, 7/17, yeah.
This is after everything, correct?
Yes.
And what are we seeing happening in your neighborhood right now?
Parents are going across the street. I think we're seeing the kids come out of Anthony's house, and we're all going to greet them. So that's me here, my son, my wife. I was wanted to check to make sure the other kids were coming out too. So there's Kevin with his family. I think I was trying to find Logan, make sure he was with his dad. So the 3 kids I was really tracking. I knew Anthony and they were with their parents, so it was the other 3 that I was concerned.
And what are you doing here with these officers?
I think it was to bring them inside to collect the weapon and do whatever it needs to, you know.
For evidence?
Yeah, officer.
So just generally, after this happened, how has this affected you and your family?
I mean, I guess I feel like God put everybody in the right place at the right time. I mean, I'm really thankful, you know, that everybody's okay. You know, for the kids, it's at least my primary focus at the time. You know, we were just, I don't know, I feel like we gotta be prepared, you know, for anything, and you know, to have some conversations with the kids about things that, you know, that they had a lot of questions afterwards.
So this whole episode lasted, I think, until the scene is released, like what we're seeing here right now from when it began, approximately, I don't know, 20 minutes, give or take. That's not a very long time, but for your kids to be in another location while gunfire is ringing out and you not being able to see them with your own 2 eyes, does that 20 minutes feel like forever?
Yeah, time was moving slow. Absolutely.
For your neighbors, or I guess for your neighborhood, not necessarily for your neighbors, but for your neighborhood. You said before this happened, everybody felt comfortable just kind of letting their kids wander around. Did that attitude change after this happened? Was everybody a little bit more cautious, a little bit more reserved, and maybe helicopter parenting?
Our neighborhood is resilient. Um, we've grown closer together and, you know, we all have each other's numbers and we're quite closer than ever. So, I would say we bounced back, but we learned from it.
What did you learn from it?
Yeah, we all need to stay in close communication, and just be prepared for anything. You know, if there's a child that's been, you know, we haven't seen for a little while, they said there's someone's house and they're missing, we'll all go get together and try to find that child.
Have you noticed any changes in your kids at all about being fearful or cautious about going outside and playing or just going anywhere in general?
Fortunately, with my children, I think they're just a little bit more aware, you know, but thank God they're doing well.
Nothing further on.
Vince?
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Jonathan Prado. I'm one of Jesse's attorneys. I'm asking you a few questions. You understand what I'm saying? Just let me know, okay?
Sure.
So remind us, thank you. When did you move into the neighborhood?
Late 2018, I think December.
And so Jesse would have moved into the neighborhood after you. Is that accurate?
I honestly don't recall. I just know that I met most of the neighbors. It took about a year or so to, you know, warm up to everybody and then get to know everybody, so I don't remember.
Don't remember exactly when you maybe met Jesse.
No, I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
Same within a year, I would say within a year.
And you know Jesse has 3 daughters, right?
Yes,
And when you mentioned that in the neighborhood, y'all's kids played together often, would that include Jesse's children?
yes,
Okay. And would your children be around the same age as Jesse's children?
yeah, they both sisters and brothers.
And you and Jesse personally, would y'all interact on a regular basis, you would say?
I say frequently, like I said, I like to be outside my house a lot. I see Jesse outside a lot. We talk. There's New Year's, you know, Halloween, all this.
Right.
We're all out together.
4th of July, things like that. Do you remember at some point even interacting with Jesse where you would ride his motorcycle or he let you ride his motorcycle?
Yes, yeah,
Friendly in that manner?
absolutely.
And isn't it true that when in the aftermath of all this, you were talking to the police, you even stated that this took you as a total surprise or out of character for Jesse? Isn't that true?
Yes,
And is that based off of your personal experiences with Jesse?
yes.
Who passed witness?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Is this witness excused or subject to recall?
Excuse from the stage.
Excuse judge.
All right, the rule has been invoked. What that means, you're not allowed to view anything or discuss your testimony with anyone until the conclusion of this trial. All right, if you'll remove the square and you're excused. Thank you. State, call your next witness.
The state calls Officer Staver.
Right, if you could raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so everyone can hear. And if you will state your name for the record and spell your last name, please.
Favor, Stoever.
All right, state you may proceed.
Detective Staver, how are you currently employed?
With San Antonio Police Department.
And what is your title or assignment with the San Antonio Police Department?
I'm currently a sergeant.
Okay. Does that mean that you're a certified peace officer?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please explain to the jury, the training that you underwent to become, well, going back up. At some point in the beginning of your career, were you a patrol officer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you explain to the jury the training that you underwent to become a law enforcement officer with the San Antonio Police Department?
We went to the academy, San Antonio Police Academy. It was approximately 32 weeks of training, commonly 8-hour days, 5 days a week.
Okay, and then after that, is there a period of time where you go out with a more senior officer for more training?
Yes, post graduation of the academy, we go along for our FEO phase, which is approximately 3.5 months of ride-alongs, and including the last 2 weeks of evaluations.
Okay,
And I'm sorry, just one moment. Cindy, do you need water or anything? No. Okay. All right, thank you. All right. You can continue.
thank you, Judge. And prior to becoming a sergeant, were you a detective with the San Antonio Police Department?
Yes, ma'am.
And can you kind of explain that promotional process to the jury, please?
We get quite a extensive amount of reading material that we have to study, and take a promotional exam where you have to score the highest amongst the other candidates that are tested.
Okay. And then after being a detective, do you become a sergeant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is that a more supervisory role?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now I want to talk to you about October 19th of 2023. Do you recall that day?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And what was your label then with SAPD?
I was a detective.
Okay. And what unit were you with at that time?
At that time, I was assigned with our crime scene unit. I was one of the CSI detectives.
Okay. And when you say a crime scene detective, can you just explain to the jury what that means?
So commonly on those days, when I was at that unit, I would be more or less a second responder. So after incidents, I would be called to the scene to identify, photograph, and collect evidence.
Okay. And as a detective with the crime scene investigation unit, were you in like a marked patrol vehicle or what type of motor vehicle would you operate?
I was in one of our marked civilian vehicles.
Okay. And so the civilian vehicles, do they have a dash camera as a marked patrol vehicle would?
No,
Okay. And as a crime scene investigator or CSI detective, did you utilize body worn camera?
no,
Okay. So on October 19th of 2023, prior to the incident that we're here for today, did you have other calls that you responded to?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how did you get involved in the case that we're here for today?
I was in the area of Nacogdoches and O'Connor for another call. I overheard a transmission on the radio that officers needed assistance due to what I thought I heard was somebody with a firearm. So that kind of piqued my interest a little bit of, I need to pay attention, because they're asking for more. And then the next transmission I heard was that there was an officer down. So I just went to that call.
Okay. And so after hearing that, do you recall what location you responded to?
The exact address, I cannot remember.
Okay. Was it in the area of Alta Puerta Street?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And is that located in Grand County, Texas?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so when you arrived at that location, can you just describe to the jury the scene that you encountered at that time?
At that time, I was approaching the location, going down Stall Road, and I saw the other unit preparing to make the location. I made the intersection of off the port, can't remember the cross street, and turned left on the off port. At that time, I observed an officer down the road land. It didn't look like he could physically move himself from the road. So in that split second, I backed up, repositioned myself to my rear hatch door faced toward that officer, where my front engine block was faced away for possible officer extraction. I then parked my vehicle, got out of the vehicle, put on my rifle vest because I was dressed pretty much as is, but in different colors than this. And then I radioed over the air that we're gonna perform an officer extraction once the next arriving officers get there.
Okay, and so at the time that you arrived, were you and that civilian San Antonio Police Department car alone or with someone else?
I was initially in the vehicle by myself, in the civilian CSU vehicle.
Okay. And then did other officers arrive to help you with the extraction?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall who those officers were?
It was Officer Ethan and Officer Reitmeyer.
Okay. Now regarding Officer Reitmeyer, do you know if he's available to testify in this trial?
I don't know his current state right now. I don't work with him in the department, so I don't know exactly what's going on.
Okay. But on that day you were working with Officer Reitmeyer, was he equipped with a body worn camera?
He was.
Okay. Have you had a chance to review that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and were you able to identify yourself on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And was it a fair and accurate depiction of the events as they unfolded on the offense stand?
From his, yes.
Okay. So I guess I'm just gonna show you State's Exhibit number 27. Is that a fair and accurate copy of Officer Reitmeyer's body worn camera?
Yes, ma'am.
And Judge, at this time, I'm going to tender these exhibits 27 through 37 to defense for inspection. And offer the same pending any objection.
Judge, we did agree to let this officer authenticate the video because Officer Reitmeyer was unavailable, so we're stipulating to that, have no objection.
And that is State's Exhibit number 27?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so State's Exhibit number 27 is admitted without objection.
No objections to the photos.
All right, then, and that's State's Exhibits 28 through 36,
That's correct. 37, Your Honor.
37, and those are photographs?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, State's Exhibits 28 through 37 are admitted without objection.
All right, and so once Reitmeyer and Deason arrived to the location, can you just describe to the jury how you all went about performing the extraction?
So my vehicle is one of the civilian vehicles. It does not have a partition cage, separate people in the back seat from the front seat. So I advise for them to get in my car. We don't have that partition, so it gives more room for us to get people in and out. Officer Deason got into the front passenger seat. Officer Reitmeyer got in the back seat. Officer Deason was equipped with a rifle, one of the patrol rifles. I believe that the suspect involved in this was potentially on the passenger side of the vehicle, just from the position of the officer in the road. So I advised Officer Deason to get out of the front seat. That I believe that if there was going to be shots fired at us, that would probably be targeted more at him. And if I could be outside of the vehicle in a better position. Got out of the vehicle and got onto the driver's side of the front engine block. Officer Reitmeyer, I did to check, make sure his back door doesn't lock, because I found the back door is locked from the inside. it did, so he put down his window and they will unlock the door from the outside, kept it open. We began backing down, to get the first officer that was in the road, the plane. As we began to back down, I believe that we going a little too slow. I think I told myself, and I was trying to communicate to Officer Deason that, hey, we gotta go a little quicker, we're gonna be a bullet catcher. Obviously the window was up, so he didn't hear it. He had to break off for his own cover as we picked up a little more speed to get Officer Swain out of the road. As we approached, Officer Reitmeyer got out of the back seat, had Officer Swain pulled them in on top of them into the back seat where their feet were hanging out through the passenger side door. Then I drove up off of Parker to get across the street out of the neighborhood, and as we made the right turn, fortunate enough, SAFD was making the location. So we transferred Officer Swain to EMS. At that time, I asked for another officer. We had to go get the second officer. Nobody was available initially. Reitmeyer was taking Officer Swain to the EMS at that time. He finished transferring care of Officer Swain to EMS and then ran back to the vehicle ready to go again. We
I'm sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you very briefly. So at the point when you reversed your vehicle and to extract Officer Swain, can you just explain to the jury the state that you observed him in, prior to extracting him?
He was laying on the street with apparent blood on the pavement, unable to physically get up from the roadway.
And after transferring custody of Officer Swain to EMS, who was able to help you go back for the second extraction?
Also Reitmeyer again.
Okay, and can you please explain that process to the jury?
Again, since we pulled onto that street that enters, exits from the neighborhood, I had to back up. As I was backing up, I radioed for the address of where he was. Somebody on the air, I think it was maybe the homeowner, not for sure, but somebody gave the address. It wasn't this car's voice. Gave the address where he was. I repeated it, you know how many times, the numbers over and over and over, just keep going. By the Officer Reitmeyer takes a deep breath, because our heart rate's probably in the 200s. Backing up, back down the street, they knew where the house was. So I was like, okay, well, this system worked the first time, let's see if it works the second time and hope for the best. And we back down, and then we back down the cross street. I can't remember the name of that street. And we approached the address for the house where Officer Bexar was in. As we got out of the vehicle, Officer Reitmeyer, I believe he saw the homeowner there with a firearm. He threw his firearm and was, I guess, potentially prepared to engage. I was telling him multiple times, hey, we're at a friendly house, like this is a friendly, this is not suspect. We gotta go in and get the officer. We entered the second house, or I guess our first house that we entered, but the neighbor's house. Other Miss Cara on the floor with apparent blood and his rifle. He picked him up, I picked him up by his upper body, Reitmeyer picked him up by his lower body. We carried him out. I fell into my back seat. Actually, I got in and I pulled him up into the back seat on top of me. And then pulled Reitmeyer, like, we're not switching out, like, you drive this time. And so Reitmeyer drove up past the suspect's house again and back toward where we dropped him off again for EMS.
Okay. So I want to kind of back up a little bit. So when you all pulled up to the location where Officer Viscara was located, did you state that a person that was inside that residence had some type of firearm?
Yeah, I believe that's what he saw. I initially see it.
Okay, and when you say you saw that Officer Reitmeyer,
Yes, ma'am.
okay, and so at that time, was there a little bit of confusion to where you felt you needed to communicate to Officer Reitmeyer that the individual inside of that home was not the suspect?
Yes,
Okay, and so then, once you communicated that it was a friendly residence to Officer Reitmeyer, then you all were able to conduct the extraction of Officer Viscara?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so then after transferring custody of Officer Viscara to EMS, where did you go after that?
I moved my car out of the road just to keep the ingress and egress paths open. And then I reapproached the suspect's house on that side of the street. Observed another officer that was in concealment. Hey, get better cover, like this is not good cover. You know, it's the way with it, right? And then moments after that, the suspect was coming out of the house and was shortly placed in custody.
Okay. And did you observe the suspect placed in custody?
Yes,
Okay. And then after that, did you participate in clearing of the backyard of the suspect residence?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about Officer Swain and Officer Viscara. Were you able to observe the uniforms that they were wearing when you were performing the extraction?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm gonna go ahead and publish to the jury the state's exhibits. All right, Sergeant, can you see that?
Yes, ma'am.
This is state exhibit number 28. Can you please explain to the jury who that is?
That would be me.
Not getting lighting on here, but when you viewed the photo, state exhibit number 28, was there anything of note on your uniform?
So that better, right? It, but down towards my legs. Knees area, you can see the apparent blood, both my hands. Apparent blood.
Right there.
Yes,
Okay. State exhibit number 29. Does that show the same thing?
yes, that's a little more zoomed in.
Okay. State exhibit number 30. Can you let the jury know who that is?
That would be also right.
Okay, and what are we seeing on his arms in state's exhibit number 30?
Apparent blood.
And state's exhibit number 31.
You see the apparent blood on his pants a little bit more. In his hands.
And then state exhibit number 32 is Officer Viscara's uniform. As well as state exhibit number 23, or 33, excuse me. Do these photos, state exhibits 32 and 33, do justice to what you observed and regarding the blood that was on the uniforms?
No, our uniforms are a little dark in color, dark navy, kind of more difficult to see the view of apparent blood. The fabric kind of, you say, it kind of soaks it up and it doesn't produce, like, compared to a white t-shirt, with the apparent blood, so it's a little darker, but, Officer Swain and Officer Reitmeyer from picking up Officer Swain, I mean, it was soaked, From what I can describe as best.
Okay. And so this is state exhibit 34, a photo of Officer Swain's uniform. And would you describe what you observed on scene as his uniform being saturated in blood?
Very much.
And state exhibit number 35. State exhibit number 36. And state exhibit number 37, do those appear an accurate depiction of
Yes.
the uniforms?
Yes, ma'am.
At this time, I am going to publish state exhibit number 27 to the jury.
Frank, go to the vehicle, we're gonna be on your side, you're not good side, man. You're not a good side. Hey, man. You're in the back seat. Well, sure. You can.
And I'm pausing the state exhibit, but the individual that we see directly in front of the body worn camera, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and who is in the passenger seat next to you?
That was Officer Deason.
Okay, and then the person that's in the back seat capturing this, is that Officer Reitmeyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Go check the door, make sure you can open it up. Put your window down. Put your window down, yes, sir. I'm trying to get him right now with that. And also down. Down into 32. Hang on. I got you. Blue. Oh no. We're gonna get a ton of it. Happy event. On the corner. He's got one turn pin on. Get him out. Bring him out now. Go for it. Okay. Look, it's you two here. Get him to him. Spot. Anybody invited me to do that? Right in, that came up all in the back of the truck. Hold on. I give him, bring him up, help out.
And I on the camera, do you know what that is?
It looks like parent blood. Here.
Join me. Thank you, man. Another one? Okay, another one. It's right here around the corner. Good, man. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Deep breath. Yeah, where are you taking me?
That's right, yeah, 16319 inside.
6319. 16319. Move. Watch your head, watch your head. I'm down. Watch on. Right here. Right here, we're right in front of it. I don't see him. I don't see him. He's inside. Our guy's inside? Yeah. Watch it. Watch, he's right there, Yonder. He's right there, he's inside. I just saw him behind him. I just saw the guy with the rifle. He's in front of us. Okay. Hey, we're coming. Get him. It's in the car. Like,
I'm giving my little hard ass. Hey, right, 319 on the
please, come on, man. You're good, man. We're gonna get you around the corner. You mess there. Come on, man. Come on. You back him in. Yep. Help. All right, just drive. Go around. Hold man. Go to the EMS report. Oh, you're good. I love crazy. You guys over here, man. Come on. Why over the curb? We got Stop right here at the end. I got right here. Hey! Now we go, I got. Come on. No, come on, I go off. I'm in the fuck out, sir. We're going now.
And so I'd imagine that it was a very heightened situation, seeing a person that is not clearly identified as a police officer with a rifle, given the situation. Is that fair to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and at the moment that you all were performing that extraction, you didn't know if you were also a target and were going to be rained down on with gunfire. Is that fair to say?
That is.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what has been marked as State's Exhibit numbers 38 through 44. Can you please take a look at those for me? Do you recognize what is contained and depicted in State's Exhibits 38 through 44 inclusive?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and are they a fair and accurate depiction of the item depicted on the date of the offense?
Yes, ma'am.
At this time, I'm tendering State's Exhibits 38 through 44 inclusive to defense for inspection and offering the same.
No objection.
Any objection?
No objection, Judge.
All right, State's Exhibit 38 through 44 is admitted without objection.
permission, well, I'm gonna question the witness and then
Yes.
publish. So regarding State's Exhibit number 38, can you please tell me what is depicted in that photo?
That would be my patrol car for the day, that's the city vehicle.
And in State's Exhibit number 39,
That's the city's identifying number for
and State's Exhibit 40,
the rear side of the vehicle depicting the applied number, the city applied number along with license plate.
State's Exhibit number 41.
That would be the second row passenger side door with apparent blood.
And State's Exhibit number 42,
A zoomed in view of the door frame and back seat are covered in apparent blood.
and the back seat, is that where both officers were placed for the extraction?
Yes,
State's Exhibit 43,
this would be the back seat of that same vehicle from the driver's side.
and State's Exhibit 44.
And that would be the zoomed in, same point of view, image of the second row vaccine, that's gonna be.
We pass the witness here.
Defense?
Thank you, Judge. Officer, I know y'all are trained on this kind of stuff, correct?
Yes, sir.
Fortunately, it's not often used, correct? I mean, compared to most of your training, right? Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
It obviously is very dramatic, high stress, adrenaline pumping, and certainly you had to have fear entering what is potentially a firing zone. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
All right. Really, the only question I have for you is just a little bit of clarification. Your patrol vehicle, the windows were all open to where you know this shooting came from, right? Like, I mean, you exposed yourself to where the shooter had been when Officer Swain and Officer Vizcarra got shot, correct?
The only window that was down was the back passenger side window in case the door closed, so he could reach out and open the door.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is, no, like by driving during this extraction, you exposed yourself to, I guess, the shooter's vantage point, correct? Like you exposed yourself to where the shooter was.
Yes, by driving by, we were in the area where we could possibly be shot also.
And it didn't come up, but like these city vehicles, these are not like they don't have bulletproof glass or anything like that.
No.
And so if somebody was using a rifle to shoot at that city vehicle, you would have been very exposed to that, correct?
Yes.
And I guess the only point of clarification I have is that during both those extractions, nobody ever opened fire on you at any point in time, correct?
My vehicle was never struck by any kind of fire.
Well, you don't know if anybody even attempting to shoot at you, correct?
I do not know.
All right, that's the only question I had, officer. Thank you.
Any further questions?
No, Your Honor, and excuse my state.
Excuse?
Yes, Judge.
All right, the rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to view anything or discuss your testimony with anyone until this trial has concluded.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You may step down. All right, can I see the state and the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
a short break. It's sort of short. I'll gonna give you a break till 3. There's a couple of things that I need to take up outside your presence. It is in no way concerning this case. It's just related to my docket this morning, and then we'll bring you all back. Remember my previous instructions. Do not think about this case outside the courtroom. You're not allowed to do any investigation or look anything up. Don't start deliberating until I give you instructions. Does everyone understand? All right, everyone, please rise for the jurors. And everyone, you may be seated. All right. Mr. Ballantyne, everyone may be seated. Mr. Ballantyne, who do you have?
I have a Jasmine Lim.
Oh, just 1 second. We have to turn the volume on. Thank you. All right, who do you have, Mr. Ballantyne?
Jasmine Lim.
All right, Jasmine Lynn. All right, they have not appeared.
Okay. I'll call them now, Judge. They should be in the courthouse.
Jasmine Amber Lim. Excuse me, could somebody make an announcement in the hallway for Lim? Jasmine Lim, Lim. Attorney's going to see if they're in the hallway. And Mr. Brown, no chewing gum. We'll be with you. Your Lim, come forward. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 012851, State versus Jasmine Lim. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the defense?
Patrick Ballantyne.
All right, off the record for a moment. And Norma, can you let Mr. Hopkey know he can zoom in, and Deputy Laura, when someone has a chance, that they'll bring his client. All right, we're back on the record. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Lim, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Lim, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more. That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Ms. Lim, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, you may be deported and denied naturalization or re-entering the country due to actions in this plea. Do you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 6 years in the prison. There's a $1,200 fine. State recommends community supervision, and there's to be restitution to the city of San Antonio. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea.
It is, Your Honor.
State,
Yes, sir.
did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, I did.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service restitution, DWI intervention, VIP live, ignition interlock for half the term, 2-year driver's license suspension, and 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state? And other than the statutory issues, the court does not have to follow those recommendations.
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor, state offers C's exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objections.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge, we'd like to. I would like to speak to the 10 days Bexar County condition at the appropriate time.
All right. So state, do you have any objection to the 10 days being served on GPS? All right, anything else you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Well, Judge, Miss Lim has 8 days in the Bexar County Jail, and I'm not exactly sure how this works, but can credit be applied for the 8 days that she has served towards that condition of her probation? And I do believe she had trustee status for whatever that is worth.
No, I don't do that in this court.
Okay, then we would request GPS in lieu of actual incarceration.
All right, are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
What do you do?
I'm a chef.
All right. Oh, what's your specialty?
Bread.
Oh, that's something people always try to give up, but they never can.
Pizza. dough.
All right, do you have any children?
No, I do not.
Do you have a support system?
I do.
All right, who do you live with? What is their relationship to you?
I live with my best friend, Emily.
Okay. Any minors in the household?
It's just us.
All right, this is what the court will do. The court will sentence you to 6 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's a $1,200 fine that will be probated. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow recommendations. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. In lieu of the 10 days in the Bexar County Jail, the court is, you have a choice. You can do 10 days on GPS, it'll be full house arrest, or if you want partial GPS for employment, you'll do 30 days on GPS. Which do you prefer?
The partial.
All right. In lieu of the 10 days in the Bexar County Jail due to the defendant's employment, and the court is going to find that it will be a hardship for her to serve the 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. And also because of the overcrowding at the jail, the court will order partial GPS for 30 days, employment only. So what that means is all you can do is go from your house to your employment. If there's a HEB or something on the way, you cannot stop. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's 150 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order sober support meetings 1 time per week. For every sober support meeting you complete, 1 hour of community service will be deducted. DWI intervention, 2-year license suspension. There's to be ignition interlock for half the term on every vehicle that you have access to. DWI education course. Probation, is there anything else?
Judge, you want to hurt the DWI intervention and the education?
Yes.
Anything else?
All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? Oh, you have to speak up.
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question of what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, off the record, here's the thing. When you're driving intoxicated, I don't know anybody who says, you know what? I'm going to go out, I'm going to drink to the point of intoxication and pick up DWI. Nobody says that. I don't know anybody who's ever gone out and say, you know what? I'm going to drink to intoxication. I'm going to hit somebody and kill somebody. Nobody's ever done that, but it happens. Don't be that person. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I was also, Ms. Abrams, one other thing we need to add to our sentence is restitution to the city of San Antonio, if any. And Ms. Ferguson, can you give me a 30-day reset for us to come back on a restitution amount if there is one?
January 12th.
All right, we'll be back on January 12th. At that time, the state will need to have a restitution amount. If they don't have one, we'll take it up. All right?
Okay, thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, thank you, counsel. You're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, who's here on Charlie Marquez? Are there any applications? And is there a plea in 2 cases?
Yes.
All right. Court is calling 2025 CR 015638 and 2025 CR 012673. State versus Charlie Marquez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Rick Payne for the state of Texas.
Defense?
Warren Wolf.
And are you Mr. Marquez?
Yes.
Counsel, in each cause number, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have.
In each cause number, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Sir, in each cause number, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
And cause number ending in 38, did you review the waiver of indictment reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure? Did you understand you have a right to have a grand jury review the evidence in the case, make a decision on whether or not to hold you over for trial? And also your attorney has certain rights, namely he has the rights to the passage of 2 days upon presentation of the information and 10 days to prepare for trial. Did you understand?
Yes.
By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived indictment reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. And yes, yes.
Apologies to the
Thank you. In each cause number, did you review the felony information in the true bill of indictment?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of both?
Yes.
State, are you proceeding on both as presented?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
In each cause number, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
in all the appropriate places.
Yes.
All right, you're charged with assault, family household member with a previous conviction, and also evading arrest, detention with a vehicle. Those are both third-degree felonies. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? In each cause, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering these pleas, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into pleas in each of the cause numbers?
Yes.
In each of the cause numbers, if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in each cause number. Did you understand? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
yes,
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
yes,
Mr. Marquez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
no,
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering into the plea under cause number 38, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry. And in cause number ending in 73, you could be deported, denied naturalization, and reentry. Did you understand?
Yes.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each cause number, did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years. The states will run concurrently, and this will run concurrently with 2024 CC 737959, 2025 PF 09446. They will take in consideration 2025 CR 11814, 2025 CC 004665, 2025 CR 011499, and in the cause number ending in 38, there's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with the complainant. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition, and you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent? Did you understand that to be the plea in each of the cause numbers?
Yes.
Defense is at the plea?
yes,
State is at the plea.
it is, Your Honor.
In each cause number, did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then in cause number 2025 CR 012673, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? And cause number 2025 CR 015638, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No comments.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor, at this time, state relative to the evidence, it's exhibit 1, full attachment. No objection to its admission.
In each cause number, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand in each cause number, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand? In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. And cause number 2025 CR 012673, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. And the other cause number state, do you have the document?
I just found your assessment. It was within a 57-page scheme.
Couple ways doing that. Are you gonna want a PSI and TAP evaluation?
Yes.
I need a PSI and TAP evaluation date, please.
February 5th.
Here's the set form.
Yes, I have to.
One. This is the fire general's thing, added to the submission. Look at your previous, look at previous assignments.
Yes.
This is the previous.
All right, any objections to the amendment of the stipulations, council?
No, you're right.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments and cause number 2025 CR 15638, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. We'll come back on February 5th. At that time, I'll make a decision based upon whatever evidence is presented to the court. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. Anyone else ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, has Kimberly Bush gone over, has he been sworn in?
No, they're still doing the paperwork.
They need to do the paperwork next door.
No, it's done, Judge.
It's just missing a signature.
Yeah, I'm double checking to make sure they're not missing up.
All I needed was a signature.
David Romero, court is calling 2025 CR 002-660, State versus David Romero. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Robert Barron, Mr. Romero.
And are you Mr. Romero? Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same David Romero who's placed on community supervision in 2025 CR 002-660
Yes.
for the offense of possession of a controlled substance? All right, this motion to revoke, let's go off record. Yes.
Okay. We would like to orally amend it to be possession of a controlled substance, P2, I believe it was 4 to 200.
All right, PG1.
PG1.
All right. Any objection to the amendment?
No, Judge.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision? With your attorney, did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same David Romero who's placed on community supervision in 2025 CR 002-660 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 47 on or about the 10th day of October 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant David Romero did then and there fail to register and complete the GPS program in violation of condition number 47.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? All right, you seem unsure.
When I got out, I did. It took me to put.
We'll,
No.
we'll explain it to them.
All right, so is it true or not true? All right,
State will waive the remaining.
any objections?
No, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 47, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 4 years in the prison?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of 47?
Yes.
Court will find 47 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Your Honor. The state would be asking that you grant state's motion, revoke and sentence him to 4 years in the prison based on the fact that this is not his first NTR and he has shown that he is not complying with probation as he agreed to.
All right. Defense?
Judge, the history of this case is that he was arrested December 4th last year. He stayed in custody till sometime after July 1st of this year. He was granted probation in April of this year, but it was awaiting a tap in custody. Somehow he picked up a misdemeanor in July. You brought him back in on a motion to revoke and August, and then he had a hearing in September where you denied the motion and continued him
Mhm.
because he had pled out, I think, because he had time served on the misdemeanor already. He was given the work release GPS and he got his GPS on. But when he went to work, his boss told him, you can't be having that on. The people, the customers, they'll get worried. So he got concerned and he tampered with it. He took it off. But he did email his officer pictures of where he was, including the address, the street, told them what the situation was. But of course, he got violated anyway. So he spent most of the last year in custody, including since October now. So he's, the probation department was recommending ISF, cognitive track. He was okay with that. And then the state decided they would rather recommend the revocation 4 years. So he'd prefer the cognitive track, but he'll obviously leave it to your discretion.
All right, so you can't tamper with GPS. That's the number one thing you cannot do, and this is not your first motion to revoke. Based upon your plea of truth, the court is going to find violation of condition number 47 true. The court will grant the motion, revoke. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison. You'll receive credit for all the time that you've been in custody. And the court will suggest the therapeutic community. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? All right, you do have a right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on community supervision. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you, okay? Okay. Are they ready with him or no?
No, not yet, so we haven't researched it.
All right.
It's Nicholas Docket as one of them.
All right, Austin Hagee, who do you have?
Good morning, Judge. I'm here for Nicholas Vaquera. I'm covering for Austin while he's at an appointment.
All right, and where is he?
He's here.
Come forward.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. All right, so have you all reached an agreement or is this going to be a jury trial?
This is going to be a jury trial, Your Honor.
All right, how long do you expect this trial to last?
We expect this to last between 4 and 5 days, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, no later than March for a jury trial date?
March 10th, Judge.
All right, you'll come back on March 10th. At that time, you will have your jury trial. Once you
Okay,
sign
Your Honor.
the form, you're excused. Yes?
Your Honor, we do have one more matter. At Mr. Vaquera's last status conference, you indicated that you would rule on a GPS matter that we have filed with the court to put Mr. Vaquera on tracking only. We're asking this specifically because Mr. Vaquera's wife is pregnant and is due any day now, and we would like for him to be able to be at the birth of his child, but also to be able to help coordinate care for his child with his wife.
All right, with regards to GPS, the defendant is allowed to attend, I'm sorry? Yes.
Would be in opposition to tracking only. I am fine with it remaining as a partial GPS with the condition that he can attend the delivery of life baby and be allowed to attend ultrasound.
All right, the court is going to allow you to attend any and all medical appointments. If there's an issue, just let your attorney know and they'll let me know.
Your Honor, may I speak for myself?
Yes.
The reason I would request for tracking only is because I have my wife and I have my very pregnant wife who's sitting over there. She is due in literally 10 days from now. Our 1-year anniversary is tomorrow. We all of our stuff is in 2 separate households. I would like to be able to go see her. Logistically, it would be impossible to move everything in one household. So I would like to be able to spend some time with my newborn son.
As far as that goes, make arrangements, court's approval. No objection.
All right, he can attend any and all medical appointments. If there's something else outside of that defense, you'll need to come to court and be in person in court. And you need to have it set anytime before December 18th.
Okay, we can do that, Judge.
All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
So that'd
Thank
be
you, Your
like
Honor.
splitting time between,
You'll have to talk with your attorney. So far, what I've approved is any and all medical appointments. If you want something beyond that, your attorney will need to request to have that matter placed on the docket. They'll need to be here in person at 9 a.m.
We'll get it set, Mr. Vaquero.
That needs to
Just sign
be
the
done.
reset, we'll give you a call.
And that needs to be done before December 19th. Otherwise, it's not going to get done until the new year.
We understand, Judge.
All right, thank you.
thank you, ma'am, I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
Trevor, flower pin where it says the.
And I'm so sorry, Norma, what date for the jury trial?
March 10th, Judge.
All right, who is here for Astrid Brown?
I'm still trying to locate Joseph.
All right, Mr. Brown, we're gonna recall you back for December 15th and you can appear by Zoom.
Okay,
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
I also have a Jonathan Rodriguez, Mr. Galachas, application for.
Let me handle this first. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, who's the other person who is in the box? All right, Terrence Knowles. Court is calling 2025 CR 001301, 2025 CR 015652, State versus Terrence Knowles. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense?
Kimberly Bush.
Are you Mr. Knowles?
Yes, definitely.
All right, counsel, in each of the cause numbers, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
We have received discovery
Yes
and
or
I've
no?
had, yes.
Thank you. And each of the cause numbers, Mr. Knowles, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment and the felony information with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment and the information?
I do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment and information as presented?
In the clause ending in 01, state moves to waive the enhancement allegation, but other than that, yes.
Any objection to the waiver of enhancement?
No objection, Your Honor.
And cause number ending in 52, did you review the waiver, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
By entering into a plea in this cause number, you're giving up the right to have a grand jury hear the evidence in this case, and also the right for your attorney to have 2 days pass from the presentation of the information and 10 days to prepare for trial. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this cause number?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. In each cause number, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Your Honor.
And the cause number ending in 01, you're charged with unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon as a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. And cause number 52, you're charged with evading arrest or detention as a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And each of the cause numbers, if you have a plea, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront Any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering these pleas, you are giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into plea bargain agreements in each of these cause numbers?
Thank you,
Counsel,
Your
in each
Honor.
of the cause, you're welcome. Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor, to the extent any of us are.
Mr. Knowles, in each cause number, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter into the pleas?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering these pleas, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each cause number, did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, the cases will run concurrently. This will also run concurrently with 2019 CR 2606. They'll take into consideration 2025 CR 001300, County Court Cause Number 724788. And in cause number ending 52, there's restitution to Daniel Garcia. Your punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility, and there's a $1,200 fine and no applications. And the cause number ending in 01, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,200 fine and no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea in each of the cause numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea.
That is, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there many such motions?
There are not, Your Honor.
Then in cause number 2025 CR 001301, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
And the cause number 2025 CR 015652, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Plead offer states exhibit 1 and all attachments in both causes.
No objections, Your Honor.
In each cause number, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. For the defense?
Kurt Hopke.
All right. And are you Mr. Favela?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery?
Yes, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Favela, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Favela, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
I did.
You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
I did.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Absolutely.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He is.
Mr. Favela, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
I am.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
I do.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the document, the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you review that? According to the plea, state is asking that your punishment be assessed at 63 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, $800 fine, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, it is.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. Also, on there should have been taken into consideration cause number 2026.
I'm sorry, what's the cause number?
2025 CR 010700.
No objection, Judge.
Thank you. Did you review the document entitled Waiver of Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions? Mr. Hopke, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Then to the offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Proceed off for State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection, Judge.
All right, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand that the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. The court is finding there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, please.
All right, the court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 63 days in the Bexar County Jail under 1244, give you credit for any time served. There's an $800 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Court will take in consideration 2025 CR 010700. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you will need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
I do.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You obviously have a major drug problem. If you do not get help for your drug problem, what's going to end up happening, you're either going to be in prison or either somebody's going to have to identify your body. When you're released from custody, if you can't find a sober living home or a transitional home, I'm still here. Come back here and I'll pick up the phone and call somebody to help you. You understand?
Appreciate that.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Mr. Hopke, you're excused. All right, is this Luis Morales?
Yes, he was on the wrong Zoom ID.
All right, what is happening with this case?
We need a trial setting, Your Honor.
All right, I need a trial setting on Luis Morales, please.
Judge, can I run to the restroom?
Yes. It's on page 1. It is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. When?
March 3rd.
All right, your jury trial date is going to be March 3rd. You'll need to be present in the courtroom. All right, thank you.
He was on. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, I just have an agreed order to allow my client to go to church this Sunday.
Did you take off the video for the witness?
No, I did not. You want to do it again? I don't know what happened. Attorneys are people too, right? And they need to take their vacation because attorneys use 100% of their brain when they're with their clients and in cases. So we're going to recall you for the new year and your attorney will be here at that time.
Sorry.
Norma, if you'll set this for the second week in January, please. All right, so once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Monday, you reset me for January.
I've already set it, set you? Oh, why is he here
It
today?
showed on the court docket for today.
Okay, I don't know why you're here then.
Yeah, it says it's.
Because I always said that was so unlike Mr. Cabanas. Okay, what is his cause number? I can't read this paper.
Sitting there? I think so.
Okay.
09249.
Judge, what's
I forgot she passed that around.
Oh, you can appear by Zoom.
Really?
Yes, if you have Zoom.
Yes, I do.
And it's not for, the only time I will require you to be here if it's for a jury trial date, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know why this didn't make it in the system, but what we'll do is we'll recall you for January 13th. You said January 13th, correct? And we're gonna make sure that it's in the system. I don't know what is happening with Odyssey. So we'll see you then. And you can appear by Zoom, and I put in the system that you may appear by Zoom. Thank you so much for your patience. Oh, you can have that one too.
Yeah.
Oh, you too. Happy Festivus and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah. And Merry Christmas. All right, let's bring them in. Oh, State, if you could have your witness on the stand.
Judge, I think we have one thing that we wanted to talk about while we're on break, just so we don't interrupt the rhythm.
Sure, what's
that.
Okay. And then, Mr. Acevedo, if it's the same statements, it's the same statements. But you'll have a chance to listen to it to make sure that that is the same. So who's your witness?
Well, we're not gonna call him right now, but his name's Officer Chabria.
All right. And do you have another witness to call?
We do.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If you'll call that witness and have them on the stand.
Also, I just want everyone to know, I'm not being disrespectful to the court, but since I've been in here for over a year, I'm just used to sitting down already.
No, I appreciate that. And you know, the first judge who forced us to do that was Judge No. Because of the way the equipment was on the civil side, he said, everybody remains sitting. And it took me a long time to get out of habit. And then he said, I'm going to start finding anybody who stands. And so we were like, I'm glued to my seat. But that is fine. But no, I appreciate that. And I find that when people sit, it's easier, I should say, for Cindy to hear. Oh, and Mr. Acevedo, if you believe for some reason that it's not the same, the court will listen to it and make that determination.
Appreciate that.
All right, let's bring them in.
All right, to the jury.
All right, everyone may be seated. State, if you will call your next witness, please.
State offers into evidence, offers into evidence, I'm sorry, Judge.
Mhm.
I offer into evidence Officer Deason.
All right.
I would like to call Officer Deason to the stand.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, we do.
All right, you can lower your hand. If you'll state your name for the record and spell your last name, please.
My name is Craig Deason. Last name is spelled Deason.
All right, state you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. Is it officer, detective, sergeant?
Detective.
Detective Deason, thank you. All right. Would you please introduce yourself to the members of the jury?
I'm Detective Deason with the San Antonio Police Department. I've been on the department for about 17 and a half years. And at the time I was on patrol for about 15 years.
When you say at the time, are you talking about the incident that we're here for today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Before we get to that, I want to talk to you a little bit more about your background. You said 17 and a half years with the department. What various roles have you held with SAPD in that time?
I've been a detective, a patrol officer, and an FTO, a field training officer that trains new probationary officers coming out on the streets.
Are you a certified peace officer?
Yes, ma'am.
And you mentioned field training officer. So back in October of 2023, was that your role?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that as a patrol officer or as a detective?
As a patrol officer.
So since 2023, you've promoted to detective.
Yes, ma'am.
And in October of 2023, what were your duties besides training other officers? Were you on patrol, traffic, street crimes? What were your duties?
It was patrol, and our primary objective there is to answer 911 calls and stuff like that, disturbances, breaches of the peace.
Okay. And on that day, were you training a new officer?
Yes, ma'am.
Who was that?
Justin Rittmeyer.
Right, Ryan? Okay. And does that mean, if you're training him, does that mean y'all are riding together?
Yes.
And do you know if Officer Reitmeyer has been injured since this incident?
Yes.
Is he currently kind of out of commission as far as police work goes for now?
Yes.
And back to that day, on that day, did you hear a call come out for assistance being needed in the area of Amistad Pass and Alta Puerta?
Yes.
And what did you and Officer Reitmeyer do when you heard that call?
We immediately left the location that we were at, which was the scene of a robbery. We were mostly finished up, so we began diving that way.
And what did you understand the nature of the call to be that you were responding to?
Initially, it was like a family violence or a disturbance, like a domestic disturbance type of call.
And you said initially, so did your understanding of what you were driving to change on your way there?
Yes, it did.
And how's that?
Over the radio, the officers became distressed and we could hear gunshots over the radio. And eventually one of the officers stated that he was hit.
And so what did that change for you and Officer Reitmeyer as far as how you're approaching the scene and the situation?
It changes several things. It changes our type of response. We're gonna increase our speed, getting to the location quicker. And we're also gonna make sure that we're adequately prepared once we get to the location. So we have additional body armor that we can put on. So when we stop, we put that body armor on. I deploy my long gun. And it's preparation to be on the scene. So we're ready when we get there.
And were you wearing a body camera when you responded to the scene on October 19th of 23?
Yes, sir.
Detective Ethan, I'm gonna hand you what's been marked State's Exhibit 45. Do you recognize State's Exhibit 45?
Yes.
Is State's Exhibit 45 a fair and accurate depiction? Body cam on that day, apart from the redactions we made to comply with the rules of evidence.
Yes, sir.
We'd offer into evidence State's Exhibit 45, Your Honor.
No objections, Judge.
All right, State's Exhibit number 45 is admitted without objection.
Question. May I publish it?
Yes.
Step forward just for efficiency. So you mentioned that you had to change your body armor. Did you guys pull over on your way there after you heard the change in the nature of the call?
Yes, we did.
And is that what we see you doing here on video is, like you said, deploying your rifle and putting on your rifle plate?
Yes, ma'am.
And why is it that you need to put on a rifle plate?
The body armor that we normally wear is adequate for like a pistol, small caliber pistols and things like that. A rifle, you penetrate that armor into a weapon. So we steel plates in the front and back, so that it may not penetrate the armor.
And knowing that you are potentially approaching a suspect with a rifle, how did that impact your decision to deploy your own rifle?
We never want to be overwhelmed or at a disadvantage in doing our job, so it's advantageous for us to deploy at least the same type of weapon that the suspect is using. So We had knowledge that a rifle was being used, so that's what we would do. It's a far superior weapon than a handgun or a pistol is. It's more accurate and it also carries more rounds.
You say more accurate, does it make a difference at a distance?
Yes, it allows us to be much further away from the location than we would have to be to engage with a pistol.
And does that make the situation overall more safe or less safe, creating the distance?
Creating distance makes it more safe.
All right, so what are we seeing here at 19:05 and 8 seconds?
That's me about to load up into the front passenger side of Officer Stover's CSI vehicle. It's a civilian vehicle. We're about to reverse down the street and extract the officer that's injured. 2 officers injured.
Now, you wound up not getting in the car, why was that?
I had no way to really, the suspect's house was on the right-hand side of the street when we were reversing, and so I had no way to like deploy my weapon if I needed to. So right now I'm basically coming around the front side to take cover behind the engine bay, the engine block, and the wheels of the car.
Positioning yourself in that location, is that something that you learn in your training and experience and provides a better barrier for you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna pause. Start time. So you have moved away from Officer Saver's car and they continued backing up. Why was that?
I'm not sure the reason, but they decided that they needed to go faster.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, why did you break away from their car and move over to this patrol car instead of continuing with them?
Just because they moved faster. I was gonna be their cover the whole time, but they decided to move faster, so I couldn't keep up.
Okay. And so positioning yourself behind this car, does this provide you cover?
It does provide me some cover.
And then does it give you not an opportunity, but maybe a vantage point to provide them cover from the suspect when they try to extract Officer Swain from the ground?
Yes.
Would you, what did we just hear right now?
2 gunshots sound like they came from a rifle and sound like they came from the direction of the suspect's house.
What's the timestamp on the video?
October 19th, and it's 19:06
And 52 seconds?
and 52 seconds.
Okay. I'm gonna take your video out just for a second. Record, I just put back in State's Exhibit Take the time. Can you read for the members of the jury the timestamp on this video that we see where I paused it right now?
It's October 19th, 2023, and it's 19:05 and 20 seconds.
So this visual that we're seeing of Officer Bexar going into this home is before we hear those gunshots
Yes, ma'am.
on your video. So Officer Bexar is already inside the home and no longer firing his weapon.
Yes.
We can put your video up. Okay, sorry. So are you standing at this vehicle and providing cover as Saver and Reitmeyer extract both Officer Swain and Officer Bexar from that home?
Officer Swain was extracted already, first from the roadway.
Right.
Behind the patrol car, and then, yes, right now, I believe this car is being extracted from them.
So after the off, oh, here we see. Okay. We just saw a vehicle come into the view. What is that?
That is gonna be, Officer Saver's patrol car.
Are more officers starting to arrive on the scene at this point?
Yes, one more has arrived.
At this point, Officer Detective Ethan, is the suspect starting to come out of the home?
Yes, ma'am. We tried to establish communication with them verbally and he ended up coming out of the front door. We're giving him commands now, I believe.
And what kind of commands would those be?
I believe we asked him to show his waistband and keep his hands, above his head, so we could make sure that he didn't have any other weapons.
What are y'all doing at this point?
Right now, we're gonna do a protective sweep of the home. Make sure that there's no other people inside, make sure there's no injured people inside, no other threats.
You just made your way up the stairs. Do you see any, or when you were doing this, did you notice any items that were relevant as you're doing your protective sweep of the home, given what has just happened?
Yes, ma'am, I saw some magazines sitting on this little ledge here, and then there's a rifle laying on the floor in the bedroom doors.
Let me pause it real quick. Are those the rifles right there on the half wall, or I'm sorry, not the rifles, the magazines on the half wall that you're walking past right now?
Yes, ma'am.
And then where in the image is the rifle?
Almost direct center, just below the beam of my light.
When you were going through this room right here, were you able to make any determinations about if this room had any relevance to what had just occurred?
Yes, immediately you can see that the window's broken out. The blinds are destroyed. There's holes in the wall around the window from the bullets.
And so what does that tell you about what happened in this room, if anything?
And that's where the shooting took place. Suspect had a good vantage point. It was an elevated position to attack the police officers that were arriving on scene.
Did you notice any shell casings in the room as well?
Yes.
Officer Houston, I'm gonna show you, or sorry, Detective, what's been marked as State's Exhibit 46, and ask if you recognize State's Exhibit 46.
Yes, ma'am.
Is State's Exhibit 46 a fair and accurate screenshot that has come directly from State's Exhibit 45?
Yes.
And does State's Exhibit 46 fairly and accurately depict the perch that the defendant had been able to create for himself to fire on these officers unsuspectingly?
Yes, it is.
Your Honor, we'd like to offer an evidence, State's Exhibit 46.
No objection.
All right, State's Exhibit 46 is admitted without objection.
May I call the question?
Yes.
And in State's Exhibit 46, can you tell the jurors what the viewpoint would have been of the shooter from this angle?
From that angle, our patrol cars, the initial patrol cars parked would have been right here in this area. So from this side of the window, You would have had a view of the entire cul-de-sac and then the street approaching it on both sides.
And so after you assisted in doing the protective sweep of the house, is that common in situations like this where there has just been a shooting? Is it necessary for your procedure and protocol to do a protective sweep of the location that this happened?
Yes, absolutely.
After you do that protective sweep, is that essentially the end of your involvement in this incident?
Well, we have to maintain the evidence and secure the scene and everything else, so as far as, engagement with parties involved there, yes. But we still have a responsibility to maintain the evidence at the scene as much as possible.
So did you stick around on scene?
Yes,
Do you remember if you you didn't talk to any witnesses or collected any evidence or anything? No?
no,
You were just kind of manpower, I suppose?
yes.
Okay. Nothing further. Deanna.
All right, defense.
Thank you, Judge. Detective, just a few questions. My name is Ernest Acevedo. Detective, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You did give a statement to one of the detectives assigned to the case, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and so like in your statement that you gave them, we've gotten a copy of that a long time ago. But did you say that you thought you heard 4 shots when you were behind the police car taking cover?
Yes, I did. I thought I did.
Okay, and I'm just trying to correct the record, make sure we're accurate. Like your body cam, there's 2 shots that you hear, not 4, right? And that was just because you were doing this off perception, not without a chance to watch your body cam, right?
Yes, sir.
And in adrenaline-packed situations, counting sounds is not always very accurate.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, again, to clarify some things, rifle rounds, if they land near you, you can generally hear, correct?
Sure.
Okay, so like if somebody had shot the patrol vehicle you were taking cover behind, you would have heard that, right?
Yes, sir.
If bullets had struck the ground near you, you would have heard that as well, right?
Yes.
Is it fair to say when you were taking cover, those 2 shots that you heard were not directed towards you?
No, I don't believe they were.
All right. Now, you're a detective now, but like have you reviewed the detective prosecution guide for this case?
No, sir.
Okay, so if the detective who invested the case has an explanation for the last 2 shots, that's not something you have personal knowledge of?
No, sir.
All right, but again, to be fair, as far as your evaluation, those 2 shots that you heard were not directed at you. They did not appear to be directed at Officer Swain or Officer Viscara because they were gone already, right?
Yes, sir.
And they did not appear to be directed at the vehicle that was doing the extraction because Swain was gone already and they hadn't come back for Viscara yet.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to speculation as to where they were directed.
All right, that'll be sustained.
Well, I think you had personal knowledge of it, Judge, because I mean, can I rephrase?
You'd have to lay the foundation.
Sure, let me rephrase. Okay, when you hear the shots from your body cam, has Officer Swain already been taken away in the city unit?
Yes.
Okay, you hear 2 shots, not towards you, before the city vehicle and the extraction team, before they come back for Viscara, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so when they dropped everybody off at the EMS vehicle, the EMS vehicle was not in sight of the range of the shooter, correct?
No, sir.
Okay, so I mean, you do know because you were right there. Those shots were not at the extraction vehicle, Officer Swain, or Officer Viscara, from your personal knowledge, because you were right there near the house and saw what was around it, correct?
Your Honor, I'm
Yes.
sorry, I'm going to object. Again, just because he would be speculating as to where the shots were aimed at.
All right, could you please rephrase your last question, please?
I wasn't, okay.
If you'll just ask the question, counsel.
But the objection was backwards, Judge. I wasn't saying, okay, I'll rephrase it. The extraction vehicle, when you heard the two shots, had already taken Deputy or Officer Swain, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you do know that when those two shots rang out, they couldn't have been shooting at the extraction vehicle for Officer Swain, correct?
Correct.
Officer Swain was at the EMS vehicle when those shots went off. They could not have been directed at Officer Swain.
It might have been directed at a last known location. I don't know.
But I'm saying for the actual, the officer had been taken to the EMS vehicle, correct? And the EMS vehicle was not in the line of sight of the house. So you couldn't have taken a shot at the EMS vehicle from the house, correct?
Correct.
All right. Vizcarra, because they showed you the body cam, was inside somebody's house when those two shots went off, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so those two shots could not have been directed towards Officer Vizcarra, correct?
At his present location, yes.
Okay. The extraction vehicle that came back for Officer Vizcarra comes into view down the street, I mean, several seconds, like 30 seconds, maybe a minute after those shots rang out. And it had been at the EMS vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as a detective now, I mean, you can say with commercial knowledge that those two shots were not aimed at the extraction vehicle when they came back the second time. Because they wouldn't have been in the line of sight.
I don't know.
Okay. That's all I was trying to clarify. It got a little complicated. I know there wasn't some sound wasn't on this exhibit. Do you recall Jesse or Mr. Prado giving himself up, like telling, hey, I'm going to surrender, I want to come out? Do you remember hearing that?
I didn't hear that personally. I just saw when I came out the front door.
Okay. Those are all the questions I have. Thank you, officer or detective.
Well, sorry, Your Honor. No further questions.
All right, is the witness excused or subject for recall?
He's excused, Your Honor.
Excuse from us, Judge.
All right. The rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony or view anything regarding this trial until the trial has concluded. If you'll remove the square mic, please. Thank you. State, call your next witness.
State calls Officer Donahue.
If you'll take a seat here, please. All right, if you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand if you make sure you keep your voice up so everyone can hear. And if you'll state your name for the record and spell your last name, please.
My name is Detective Peter Donahue, DONOWGHUE, badge 2112, with the San Antonio Police Department.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Detective Donahue.
Yes,
Okay. Could you please introduce yourself to the members of the jury?
I am Detective Peter Donahue. I have 19 years on the police department. I've been a detective as of yesterday for 4 years. I've been with the crime scene unit for 3 and some change.
How did you become a crime scene detective as opposed to any other kind of detective?
It was a position I had to go apply for. I After I promoted, I stayed on patrol as a detective for a short time. I was in training to become a UEDI with one of the sergeants that is currently positioned at CSI, and she said that she thought I was gonna be a good fit for the unit, so I went and applied when they had an opening.
What's a UEDI?
Uniformed detective, so they kind of do police work and then they do processing of minor stuff. CSI does more of the major crime scenes, murders, cuttings.
Sorry, UEDI, so Uniformed Evidence Detective, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you said they do the more minor things, and what your current role is to do the bigger, more involved evidence collection?
Correct.
Do you have to go through specialized training for that?
Most of my training was on site with the unit, learning from the other members.
Sure, but I guess that's specialized to the work you're doing, correct?
Right.
And you are a certified police officer, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And in October of 2023, was your role a CSI detective?
Yes.
And on that day, were you on duty?
Yes.
And on that day, were you called to assist in processing a scene from a shooting?
Yes.
And did you write a report detailing the evidence collection and the steps you took that evening?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, Coach Whitshire.
Yes.
Detective Donahue, I'm gonna hand you what I've marked as State's Exhibit A, just for the record. Would you take a look at State's Exhibit A?
Yes, this is my report.
Okay, and is it a fair and accurate copy of your report?
Yes.
Okay, I'd ask that you use it to refresh your memory if you need to, but please try not to read directly from it, okay? Okay, so would you tell the members of the jury the address that you were dispatched to assist with this evidence collection? And what kind of overall, we'll get into the details in a little bit, but just overall, what did you do when you were there?
I got to the scene and I met with the previous shift of CSIs that were out there. Their sergeant informed me that they didn't believe that they were going to be able to process the interior of the residence. They had too much evidence on the outside. So they asked me and one of my other coworkers to process the interior of the residence.
And did processing the interior include taking pictures?
Yes, that would, my role there was going to be taking pictures and collecting the evidence from inside the location.
Your Honor, I'm gonna have several pictures to go through. I've just tendered them to defense counsel to review.
Sure.
All right. Instead of having you identify every single one of these pictures, I'm just gonna ask on the record if defense counsel would stipulate to the admission of states exhibits 47 through 74.
Yes, Judge, we have received these and we have agreed to allow them into evidence.
All right, and what are the numbers?
47 through 74.
All right, 47 through 74, are you offering those into evidence?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, 47 through 74 are admitted without objection.
All right. Officer, or I'm sorry, Detective Donahue, I'm gonna hand you what's been marked to States Exhibit 47. What is States Exhibit 47?
It's the address marker on the residence.
And then States Exhibit 48.
Entry of the residence and the garage.
And so these are pictures that reflect the home that you entered when you had to process the scene, is that correct?
Correct.
And I'm gonna show you what's been identified as States Exhibit 2A and ask if you see this address on the map here. The one that says 6239?
Correct.
And you took several photographs from your time at this scene, correct?
Yes, I did.
So I'm gonna start with the exterior. What is States Exhibit, what is depicted in States Exhibit 49?
That was the vehicle that was parked in front of the house in the driveway.
And the tailgate was open?
Yes.
And you have an evidence marker inside, is that correct?
That evidence marker, I believe, was already there. That was, that the exterior, everything on the outside was processed by the other team. So they had items there. I can't remember if we put markers on those items. There was a gas can that I didn't end up collecting that went with arson, and there's a.
I guess let me rephrase, there is an evidence marker.
Yeah, there is an evidence marker there.
And I'm gonna show you what's been entered to States Exhibit 50. What is that evidence marker marking inside that vehicle?
Magazine.
A rifle magazine?
Rifle magazine.
Okay. All right, in States Exhibit 51, what is that picture showing?
I believe that was a torch.
Alright.
That was in the front.
States Exhibit 52.
The inside of the residence.
Does that appear to be a gun case right there on the floor?
Yes.
With the cat in
With
it?
the cat on it, yes.
All right. States Exhibit 53. What is States Exhibit 53?
That was the upstairs hallway. The stairwells to the left. And then that's the hallway with the AR-15 rifle in the hallway and two magazines, loaded magazines on the half wall of the stairwell.
And our States Exhibits 54 and States Exhibit 55 close-up images of those items you just referenced.
Yes.
And did you collect those items when you were there in the house?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, we're going to open up some of the items of evidence. May just take a minute.
Sure. And defense, if you need to move around, you're free to do so.
Thank you, Judge.
And if you need any gloves, there are extra gloves for you as well.
Let's start with Okay. I've marked this exhibit as State's Exhibit 75. Mr. Donahue or Detective Donahue, can you tell us what's contained within State's Exhibit 75?
Loaded. 556.
And these are the two magazines that we see in State's Exhibit 54, we just talked about? We can hear things rustling around in here. What else is in? And these are the bullets that were contained within these magazines when you collected them from the home?
Correct.
Instead of having you 75A, we'll mark this interior envelope. Did you get that? 75A. Now, instead of having you count all of the live bullets that were contained, would your report reflect how many bullets are in these magazines? You want to go take a look at that and tell the jurors how many bullets were contained within these magazines you found in the home?
It was 31.
In each?
Yeah, total.
31 total. And so each of these magazines were loaded when you collected them.
Correct.
Your Honor, we'd like to offer into evidence State's Exhibits 75 and 75A.
All right, State's Exhibit 75 and 75A are admitted without objection.
Maybe 26. All right. Detective Donahue, I've marked this item as State's Exhibit 76. What is State's Exhibit 76?
That is the rifle from Hallway through.
And that's what we're seeing and depicted in State's Exhibit 55.
Correct.
My notes help me. Okay. Is State's Exhibit 76 the firearm that you collected from the suspect's house?
Yes.
And State's Exhibit 76A, we're going to mark this interior envelope. Do you know what the contents of this interior envelope are?
The magazine that was loaded.
The magazine that was loaded, inserted into this weapon?
Rounds were
How many rounds?
35 rounds. And one in the chamber.
Gonna do 76B. So 76B is the bullet that was in the chamber when you
Correct.
collected the gun. Okay. So the magazine that was loaded into this weapon was full.
Correct.
Take a seat. A little bit more before we open up anything. Is safe, so everybody knows. There are zip ties in here. Your Honor, just for the record, I would like to offer 76 and 76A and 76B.
No objection.
Right, 76, 76A and B are admitted without objection.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the photographs. You mentioned that you collected shell casings from the scene, is that correct?
That's correct.
I'm gonna show you what's been entered as Safety Exhibit 56. Are these evidence markers that we see in picture 3 and 4 your attempt at identifying the shell casings from the area?
Yes.
And Safety Exhibit 57 with marker number 5
Yes.
and 58
Yes.
and 59. What do we see in Safety Exhibit 59?
That is the bedroom where we found most of the spent shell casings and the front exterior wall to that bedroom where there were multiple bullet holes in the wall.
And that window appears to have been shot through multiple times, correct?
Yes,
Is that consistent with that being where the shooter was located?
correct.
And as far as how many shell casings you collected from this area, how many was that?
7.
And given the condition of the bedroom, are you certain that you collected them all?
Fairly certain.
Is it possible any were overlooked?
It's possible.
All right, now what about Safety Exhibit 60?
That was a magazine that was on the bed.
And
In that bedroom.
on the bed in that bedroom, so I think we see that in Safety Exhibit 59. Where
Correct.
my finger is pointing, is that correct? Okay.
Yes.
And does your report reflect whether this magazine had any bullets in it?
That one had 8.
8 live rounds, so not totally full.
Correct.
And if you want to step down, we'll go through these two. 7. And 7. Start 77. Detective Brown, what's in Safety Exhibit 77?
This is evidence copy the magazine that was on.
I'm gonna have to speak up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the magazine that was in the bedroom on the bed. Loaded with 8 times.
And then the rounds that were in it are in this bag as well.
Correct.
Your Honor, state would offer that evidence states exhibit 77.
No objection.
All right, state's exhibit number 77 is admitted without objection.
And lastly, Detective, what states exhibit 70?
This is the 17 spent shell casings that were on the floor. Littered across the entire building.
And all 17 of them are individually baggied, so
E12 is 2.
so the evidence
And
marker.
excuse me, I'm so sorry. If y'all will remember to keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear and defense counsel can hear.
So on each of these individual little baggies, there's an evidence marking on it, is that correct?
Correct.
So I'm holding up one for just example, E18. So you're saying E12 has
E12
two
and
in it.
that's 2.
Okay.
Two different spent shell casings.
Okay.
But all the rest only.
Your Honor, we'd like to offer an evidence states exhibit 78 and its content.
70,
78.
78. Any objection?
No objection.
All right, state's exhibit 78 is admitted.
So apart from the items of evidence that have just been introduced, you did collect other items of evidence, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I have one other picture for you to look at before we get to the additional evidence. Safety exhibit 61, you mentioned the bullet strikes on the wall. Is that what 61 is depicting?
Yes, those are all behind where the spent bullet casings were right below that.
Now I want to talk to you about the other items that you collected in the home. Was the rifle that is sitting in front of the jury, is that the only firearm that was collected from the home?
No, there were other,
Many others?
yes.
State's exhibit 62. What is state's exhibit 62?
That's a handgun.
And do you recall where that handgun was located?
I believe that was in the master bedroom.
Okay. And it looks like we're having to lift up a mattress to see it, is that fair?
Correct.
State's exhibit 63.
That's another rifle.
State's exhibit 64.
That's another.
And this is not the same rifle contained in state's exhibit 63, correct? They're different.
I believe so.
And then state's exhibit 65.
That's a small submachine gun.
A small, what's that again?
I believe it's an Mac-10.
Okay. And then state's exhibit 56.
That's another rifle.
Sorry, the lighting's.
Yeah, I can't see.
And state's exhibit 57.
That's a shotgun, I think.
Okay, you saw that?
Yes.
Okay. And that's again, a different rifle than the one contained in state's exhibit 66.
Right, these were all guns in the, I believe they were found in the closet of the master bedroom.
Okay. And state's exhibit 68. You have an evidence marker there for item 20, what is that?
Yeah, that's gonna be everything that was in the closet. There was a large amount of ammo and all the different guns that were found in the closet.
Okay, so because of the magnitude of firearms and ammunition, you just used one placard, essentially.
Yes.
Okay. And so what is in State's Exhibit 69?
That's all the live ammo that was in the closet, or a large portion of it.
State's Exhibit 70,
It was more boxes of ammunition.
State's Exhibit 71,
That's more boxes and bags of our ammunition.
and that was in, what is that, a drawer? Dresser of some sort?
I think we moved that. It may have been staged from where we found it all.
I think you're referring to State's Exhibit 74.
Oh, yeah.
So you, once you collected everything, you started moving it all to one place so you could take stock of
I'll
it.
photograph it better.
State's Exhibit 72. What are those?
Those are more magazines and more ammunition,
70.
more ammunition.
So just, I'm not gonna ask you to do math because there's a lot of numbers on here. But looking at the amount of ammunition that you cataloged. We're talking thousands of rounds, correct?
Yes,
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 firearms, including that one.
correct.
And so after you collected all these items of evidence, what did you do?
Then we stayed around while the scene was lighted, and guess we did a Leica scan on the entire house due to the magnitude of the call. And after that was completed, then I collected all the ammunition. We boxed them up as much as we could, and I took them back to the ICE office where they were placed in evidence bags and placed in the property room.
Okay, and I just want to go back because you said something that the jurors may not know what that means. You said Leica scan. What is a Leica scan?
It's a laser scan of the scene. It creates a picture digitally of the scene where we can go back and recreate the scene by the scan and measure out measurements up to, I think, within 1/100th of a millimeter. And so it's very precise. We can do different calculations based on where different bullet holes are and match things up if they were to do trajectory or something on the scene.
And that's something that's kind of helpful when maybe you have questions that aren't answered, like where the shooter was or where they were aiming or things like that.
Correct.
Not necessarily something in this case.
Yeah.
But what the Leica would have scanned are contained within the photographs that we've introduced in evidence.
Correct.
Nothing further.
Defense.
A few questions, Judge. Detective. My name's Ernest Acevedo. I'm one of the attorneys involved. I'm gonna ask you a few questions about your report, okay?
Yes, sir.
I know Melissa was asking you about thousands of rounds of ammo, but like in your report, you have a list of specifically all the ammo, and the vast majority is 22 ammo.
Yes.
Through that. Now, 22 ammo is I guess, one of the smallest bullets,
Smallest.
and it's oftentimes used because it's cheap and you can
Play around with.
right. And then to be fair, everything was packed away in the closet and did not appear to have been brought out during the incident in question, correct?
No.
And would you agree, as somebody who's been in a lot of houses for evidence scenes, that it's not uncommon for people to have shotgun or a 22 rifle or even home protection rifles? In Texas especially, that's a very common thing and is certainly not illegal, correct? Was the only rifle that seemed to be relevant to the incident we're talking about the rifle that's here in evidence today.
Correct.
Um, and I guess the one thing we know about the the um, the ammo that was available here, I mean, there were a lot of bullets that could have been fired from this gun that weren't. I mean, there were several magazines full that could have been used if a person had not made the decision to stop when they did, correct?
Yes, yes.
All right, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you.
All right, is this witness excused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, the rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony or review anything about this trial during the pendency of this trial. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, if you'll leave the square behind.
Your Honor, may we approach for a moment?
Yes.
Albert Trevino.
You may proceed. Just 1 second. All right. You may proceed.
Thank you. Officer Trevino, would you please introduce yourself to the members of the jury?
I am Detective Albert Trevino with the San Antonio Police Department.
All right. And would you please tell the members of the jury what your job responsibilities are for the San Antonio Police Department?
Currently, I am assigned to the crime scene unit with the San Antonio Police Department.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, and how long have you been with the San Antonio Police Department?
I've been with the department a little over 16 years.
Does that mean that you're a certified police officer?
Yes, I am.
And what are your duties entail?
My current duties with the crime scene unit are the collection, documentation, preservation, and identification of evidence at crime scenes.
And did you have to go through any kind of specialized training to allow you to be able to hold that responsibility?
Yes, after spending time on the streets as a patrolman, I promoted to the rank of detective. Once I promoted to the rank of detective, I went to UBDI school, which is acronym for Uniform Evidence and Detective Investigator. And that's where I started learning some of the skills to be a CSI.
Okay. And in October of 2023, was that the role that you held at SAPD?
Yes,
And did you respond to a call that day to offer your services in collecting evidence and documenting evidence at the scene?
yes,
And did you write a report related to your involvement in collecting that evidence?
yes, I did.
Do you recall the area of town that you responded to when you had to assist in collecting this evidence?
Off the top of my head, it's our North Service area. If you want an exact location, I would need a report.
Okay, I'll bring you your report to your question memory in just a moment. Do you recall the nature of the call that you were responding to help collect evidence from?
Yes, I was listening to radio traffic for a officers down on the north side.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to hand you a copy of your report. And I've marked it as states 111A, just for record purposes. Is this a fair and accurate copy of the report you wrote in relation to assisting with this call? I'd ask that you use it to refresh your memory, but try not to read directly from it. Okay, so what was the address that you responded to assist in collecting this evidence? You stipulate? Your Honor, the state's gonna offer into evidence states exhibit 79 through 110 as the stipulation of defense counsel.
All right, I'm sorry, could you repeat the numbers?
79 through 110.
All right, and there are no objections.
No objections, Judge.
All right, States Exhibit 79 through 110 are admitted without objection.
Right. Detective Trevino, we'll go through them with the document camera, but I just want you to look through them briefly. You don't have to look through every single one of them, but just look through them and verify that those are the pictures that you took. Are those your pictures?
Yes.
Okay. What do we see in State's Exhibit 79?
That would be the front of the house where the suspect was in.
State's Exhibit 80?
That is the window that has bullet holes in it.
And is State's Exhibit 80 contained within State's Exhibit 79?
Yes, that's close up or a closer view from what I could get from the street,
Okay.
just using the camera.
What about State's Exhibit 81?
So that is the front lawn between the suspect's house and the neighboring house.
And are there evidence placards in the yard?
Yes.
And what are you marking with those evidence placards?
I did not mark the evidence placards. That was another CSI that handled that part, but most of those evidence placards are shell casings. I believe there was a magazine out there too, and I think a lighter.
And that State's Exhibit contained within State's Exhibit 82 as well?
Yes.
And you mentioned a tan vehicle that had been struck by gunfire. Is that what we're seeing in State's Exhibit 83?
That's correct.
And that is the vehicle that was located at what address, if you'll refresh my memory? 16327, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. State's Exhibit 84, is that the same vehicle?
Yes.
And are those white markings, is that where the bullet strikes were?
That's where we believe bullets had struck the vehicle. Yes.
Okay, and then back in State's Exhibit 83,
Yes.
okay. And then State's Exhibit 85?
Yes.
Now, what about State's Exhibit 86, what is this?
So number 29 looks like it is a magazine to an AR style rifle. And I believe 30 through 34 or 35, 36 are all spent shell casings.
And if you look on page 2 of your report towards the bottom, you describe taking photographs of these items. Can you tell members of the jury where you saw these items that are marked in State's Exhibit 86? It should be the third paragraph from the bottom.
So that was the grassy area between two houses. And the two houses were 323 and 321.
Okay. And then what about State's Exhibit 87?
So that's the cul-de-sac, and that is what we believe to be blood in the middle of the cul-de-sac.
And State's Exhibit 88, is that just a close-up of the same visual?
Yes, it's just a different angle, the same.
State's Exhibit 89?
That's gonna be the black Ford SUV that was in the 319 address,
And State's Exhibit 90
the same vehicle.
and 91.
That's a photo of what we believe to be a bullet hole in the side of the vehicle.
And 92, are you marking that bullet hole?
Measuring it, yes.
Sorry, yes. And in 93, what are we seeing?
Where I believe the bullet hole went through the door.
And in 94
A hole on the inside of that same door.
and on 95?
what I believe to be either a projectile or a piece of the door that penetrated into that SUV.
And that placard is sitting on a child seat, is that correct?
Looks like it, yes.
And 96.
Just a close-up of the same projectile evidence.
So in 97, can you tell from these images where the bullet went through the seat of the inside of the car?
I believe so.
So you're not, when you marked this, or when you were taking pictures of the marking, it was just to signify that it went through somewhere, you just weren't sure where.
Correct.
You mentioned the blood trail. Is that what we're seeing in State's Exhibit 98
Close-up of it, yes.
and 99
Yes.
and 100?
Yes,
Is that blood on the welcome mat?
I believe so.
And 101,
That would be blood on the inside of a house.
102? The
Yeah,
lighting's not great.
it'd be a different angle of the same entrance.
Okay. And 103. See what's contained in 103.
Yes, still the officer's rifle and some more blood.
And 104,
Another angle of the officer's rifle,
105.
the officer's rifle.
And then 106 and 107, are these the vests? Are these pictures of the vests you collected that belong to Officer Bexar?
Yes,
And then 109. What is State's Exhibit 109 depicting?
so in that you could see a body camera and another police vest.
And State's Exhibit 110.
That is the backside of the body camera with the officer's SAP number. Because our badge numbers changed, so we use SAP numbers on our stuff.
And an SAP number is it's just a unique identifying number that each officer is assigned?
Every employee of the city gets
Okay.
their own, it's our employee number.
So only one person has this SAP number, 145470.
Yes,
Do you happen to know whose SAP number that is?
not off the top of my head.
That's okay. Does the body cam contained within Safety Exhibit 110 appear to be damaged?
Yes.
So apart from taking all these photographs and collecting the officers' tools, their weapons, their duty belt, etc., did you have any other involvement in the scene?
No, that was pretty much it.
Nothing further.
Defense.
Just a couple of questions, officer or detective. Like, I know there's bullet casings that were kind of spread out amongst two houses because the officer had moved. Do you know how many in total rounds you believe he fired?
It's in my report, if you need this out.
Yeah, you take a look if you could.
So once we completed searching all the areas for all the shell casings, we found 62 rifle casings.
Now, I know y'all have a process for this. Now, do you compare that to like how many rounds he would have had total? Because like they have a count of how many rounds they should have when they go out on duty, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So do y'all do like a double check? Because I would imagine it's hard to find casings in the grass sometimes, at night especially. Do y'all use tools too, metal detectors or things like that to find that stuff?
Yes.
Did y'all verify that 62 is the number of live rounds that were no longer with all his equipment?
That I couldn't answer. That would have to be the homicide guys, because we find what we find, and then we get told how many live that they still had. That's why we also do the officer downloads for all their gear.
Okay, so I mean, I guess sometimes you probably miss some shell casings because they're just so hard to see sometimes in a big grassy area.
I'd say that's possible, yes.
Okay. But as far as you found 62 shots that would have been the officer shooting towards the house. correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, those are all the questions I had. Deputy.
All right, is this witness excused? Excused?
Yes, Judge.
All right, the rule has been invoked. You're not allowed to discuss your testimony or view anything regarding this trial until this trial is concluded. All right, if you'll leave the square microphone behind. And you are excused. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is conclusion of all testimony just for today. We're going to start tomorrow at 10:30. Now, this is what I can tell you about Fridays. On Fridays, normally that group of jurors that you came up with, no jurors are ordered on Friday. So there should not be any jurors unless a judge held some jurors over, which I haven't got notice that they did. So parking should be easier for you. So I would say if you're here by 10 or 9:30, you should be safe to have parking space. Please remember my previous instructions. Do not do any research on this case. Everything that you need to know about this case is to come from inside the courtroom. Do not even think about this case unless you're sitting in that jury box. Does everyone understand? Any questions? All right, so I'll see you all tomorrow at 10:30, and you all are aware of what's available in the jury room. So if you want to bring breakfast, lunch, you're more than welcome to do so. All right, everyone, please rise for the jurors.